Stop scrolling. Seriously. If you are absolutely tired of scrolling through your feed, seeing everyone else living their best life, buying the newest sneakers and going on trips while your pockets are completely empty, then you need to stop right here and watch this video. You have landed on Budget Boss, and today, we aren't just talking about pocket change. No, we are talking about building your own empire before you even graduate high school. Being a teenager in the United States right now is a unique challenge, because you have more access to the world than any generation before you, but it also feels like everything costs a fortune. You want to go out with friends, you want to save for a car, or maybe you just want the freedom of not asking your parents for $20 every time you leave the house. The narrative that you have to wait until you are an adult to start making real money is a complete lie. And today, we are going to break down exactly how you can start generating income right now using the tools you already have. Let's start with the device you are holding in your hand right now. Most people look at a smartphone and see a distraction. A budget boss sees a cash register. One of the most accessible ways to start earning is by entering the gig economy through digital tasks. I'm not talking about those sketchy surveys that pay you 2 cents for an hour of work. No, I am talking about legitimate user testing. Companies like User Testing or Trimer UI will pay you to record your screen and voice while you test out new websites and apps. They want to know if their design makes sense to a younger demographic. You literally just speak your thoughts out loud, say what you like, say what confuses you, and you get paid. It is incredibly easy to start, and while it won't make you a millionaire overnight, it is the perfect way to fund your weekends without leaving your bedroom. But if you want to take it a step further, and you have a creative eye, you need to look at the world of freelance design and editing. You might think you need a degree for this, but you don't. If you spend hours on TikTok or YouTube, you already understand pacing and trends better than most 40-year-old marketing managers. There are thousands of YouTubers and streamers who have raw footage, but zero time to edit it into short-form content for TikTok or Instagram Reels. This is where you come in. You can reach out to smaller creators, offer to edit one video for free to prove your skills, and then charge for a monthly package. You are essentially selling your time and your understanding of the algorithm. Moving away from the screen for a moment, let's talk about the physical world, because there is a massive opportunity right in your own neighborhood that most teens are too lazy to touch. We often overlook the service industry because it feels like chores, but that is where the fast cash is. I'm talking about service arbitrage. Think about the things adults hate doing. They hate cleaning their cars. They hate weeding their gardens. And they hate walking their dogs when it's raining. If you love animals, apps like Rover are great, but you don't even need an app. You can print out 50 simple flyers offering dog walking or pet sitting and put them in mailboxes in your specific neighborhood. The trust factor of being the neighbor's kid is huge in the US. People would rather pay a polite, responsible teenager down the street than a stranger from the internet. And let's get real about car detailing. A simple car wash is fine. But if you learn how to properly detail a car interior, vacuuming the seats, cleaning the mats, wiping down the dashboard, you can charge premium prices. You can start with your parents' car. Take before and after photos, post them on your local community Facebook group or next door and watch the appointments roll in. The key here is reliability. If you show up when you say you will, you immediately put yourself in the top 1% of earners your age. Now, let's pivot back to a hybrid model, something that combines your digital skills with physical goods. We have to talk about flipping. This is the art of buying low and selling high. and it is the backbone of the American economy. You have access to thrift stores, garage sales, and even the clearance aisles of big box stores. There is a whole community of teenagers making thousands of dollars a month by finding vintage T-shirts, unique sneakers, or underpriced electronics at Goodwill or yard sales and reselling them on Depop, Poshmark, or eBay. It becomes a treasure hunt. You start to develop an eye for what is valuable. Maybe you find a vintage 90s windbreaker for $5 and sell it for $40 online. That is pure profit. It teaches you about margins, shipping, customer service, and photography. It's not just a side hustle. It is a crash course in running a retail business. And the best part is, you can start with stuff you already own. Go through your closet. If you haven't worn it in a year, sell it. That capital becomes your seed money to go out and buy more inventory. It is a cycle that feeds itself. And once you get good at spotting deals, you will never look at a price tag the same way again. Maybe you are not into selling products, but you are really good at a specific subject in school. Academic pressure in the US is intense, and parents are willing to pay good money to help their kids succeed. Tutoring is one of the highest paying hourly jobs a teenager can get. If you are acing math, science, or even a foreign language, you can tutor middle schoolers or elementary kids. This doesn't have to be a boring classroom setting. You can be the cool, older mentor who makes math make sense. You can charge $20, $30, or even $40 an hour, depending on your location. And thanks to Zoom, you aren't even limited to your local area anymore. You can join platforms that connect tutors with students, or again, use local community boards. It is satisfying work, because you are helping someone else while padding your bank account. It also looks fantastic on college applications, which is a double win for your future. Let's shift gears to something that requires a bit more patience, but has the highest ceiling for potential earnings: content creation. I know, everyone wants to be an influencer, and it feels saturated, but the reality is, most people give up after 3 videos. If you are passionate about something, whether it is gaming, makeup, coding, or even fixing cars, documenting that journey can build an audience. The United States audience is hungry for authenticity. They don't want polished TV commercials. They want to see a teenager figuring things out in their bedroom. You can start a YouTube channel or a TikTok page dedicated to a specific niche. The money here comes from ad revenue, brand deals, and affiliate marketing. For example, if you build a setup for gaming, you can link the microphone or keyboard you use in your description. When people buy through your link, you get a commission. It takes time to build, maybe 6 months or a year of consistent posting. But once it clicks, it becomes passive income. You make the video once, and it keeps earning money for you while you sleep. That is the ultimate goal of a budget boss. But here is the twist. The twists that most make money videos won't tell you. And this is crucial for the budget boss community. Earning the money is only half the battle. The story doesn't end when you get paid. If you make $500 a month, but you spend $500 a month on fast food and video game skins, you are still broke. You need to learn the art of the save. As a teenager, you have the most valuable asset in the investing world: time. If you open a custodial Roth IRA with your parents and put a portion of your earnings into a simple index fund, the compound interest over the next 40 years will be mind-blowing. I know, it sounds boring to think about retirement when you are 16, but putting away $50 now is worth way more than putting away $50 when you are 30. This is what separates the average teen from a budget boss. You are playing the long game. You are using your energy and youth to build a foundation, so that in 10 years you have options that your friends don't have. So, let's bring it all together. You have the digital path, with user testing and freelance editing. You have the service path with pet sitting, car detailing and landscaping. You have the retail path with flipping and reselling clothes. And you have the knowledge path with tutoring. The opportunities are literally everywhere. You just have to open your eyes and be willing to do the work that others ignore. You don't need to do all of these. Pick one. Just one. That sounds interesting to you. Commit to it for 30 days. Don't worry about being perfect. Just worry about starting. The first dollar you earn on your own, without asking your parents, will feel better than any allowance you have ever received. It changes your psychology. It makes you realize that money is abundant if you are willing to solve problems for people. As we wrap this up, I want you to look at your schedule for this week. Where are you wasting time? Where can you squeeze in an hour of work? Maybe instead of 3 hours of gaming, you do 2 hours of gaming and 1 hour of listing old clothes on eBay. Small shifts creating massive results. That is the philosophy here. I want you to go out there, get uncomfortable, try something new, and start stacking those wins. If you found value in this story, and you are ready to take control of your financial future, do not forget to hit that subscribe button and join the Budget Boss family. We are building a community of future millionaires, and I want you to be a part of it. Thanks for watching. Keep hustling. Stay smart with your cash, and I will see you in the next video.